Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState with Tiny and Katie.
Welcome back to Let's Talk TriState, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, the right choice winner in the 2024 Best of the TriState Awards. Coming up this weekend, one of the most amazing events that our area ever produces. It is a big hit every single year, not just in Chambersburg where its home base is, but all throughout the tri-state area. We've got IceFest 2025 on the way. So we have representatives from two of the three organizing organizations for IceFest today. We have Sam Thrush from downtown Chambersburg, and we have Brittany Cocola. She is with the Downtown Business Council. How y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good.
We're starting out a week. The weather is sunny today with a high of 40.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't necessarily speak to what we're going to be talking about, but let's hope the weekend is a little bit cooler because it literally is all about ice. Sam, let's start with you here. I know you've been doing this for a lot of years.
Yeah.
What is IceFest in its most general form?
It's an opportunity for the community to come together during the cold winter months, which we just finished a week of polar vortex. Mm-hmm. So next week it's going to be warm enough for the ice. But it's a reconnection. I think that's the biggest thing. Now, bringing them back to the ice, it's celebrating art of all forms, including performance and artwork, because we got a lot of different things happening other than the ice at IceFest. And when you look at other ice-related festivals across the four-state, tri-state area, ours stand out because of sheer amount of sculptures, but also all of the great events that we produce together, as well as all of our friends within the neighborhood puts together as well.
So not to mention all of the businesses that get to come together and be part of it.
Sure.
Like the fact that we have so many more sculptures than some of the other festivals that happen. All of those sculptures are sponsored by local businesses.
Right.
And like we wouldn't have that if it weren't for their involvement.
There's at least 2 sculptures being sponsored by businesses that have yet to open the doors.
Nice. Okay. Now I want to dig into the nuts and bolts a little bit of how the sausage is made here. If I remember correctly, those who are participating in the sculpture portion of IceFest, the ice arrives on a particular day. Yes. Each place gets their ice set where they're going to want it, right? And then there's a group of people who come in with chainsaws and various. How does that work, Brittany? Take us through that.
So DiMartino Ice is the company that we've been working with for decades.
23 years.
Decades now, literally. And they're the ones that bring the ice to us, and then all of the skilled carvers and artisans who are responsible for it. And I got to speak with a lot of them last year, and some of them come from the culinary world, like they're chefs and that sort of thing, which is really cool. So they get to come out of their normal everyday routine and get to do this, which is a little more fun. They have a little more creativity with it.
And you say the ice company goes ahead and finds these folks that come and do this. So it's kind of like an all-in-one
big network of artisans. And what they do during their non-festival season, they're actually making blocks of ice to be purchased either commercially or residentially in Western Pennsylvania, which that's their home base.
Or they're stocking up for events like this.
Well, yeah, of course.
So you had mentioned the ice being brought in and then carvers coming in. So all of the individual single block of ice that gets carved, which is set along the street, that most of the businesses who participate, those are the things they sponsor. Those are done in advance.
Okay.
So they actually have a warehouse that's like full of them, and they carve them and then store them till the next year because they literally go from one festival to the next during the season.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and when we're talking hundreds of ice sculptures.
No less impressive. I mean, it was carved. It was,
exactly.
Now, I don't know if Brittany was about to say this, and I'm sorry, Brittany, but those sculptures that get carved on site, we call those our giant sculptures, which they come in different sizes. And because of all of our sponsors, they keep growing either in number or in size. And last year we had a peak on the number. This year we're bringing more ice for the giant sculptures.
Okay. Now these giant sculptures that are done on site, has that over the years become a spectacle in and of itself for people to gather and watch this take place?
Yeah, we actually have to put a schedule out of when the live carvers are going to be there because so many people want to come and see. And I know last year we had some not so great ice weather.
Yeah.
But because of that, it was really interesting because we pushed back the amount of time and we had the most carving happen at the same exact time so that there would be more opportunity to see it.
Yeah.
And we'd never seen the streets so packed with people just wanting to watch the carving because it is
amazing.
exciting to watch.
Now, to quickly get into more of the sausage making, Tiny, Tuesday afternoon is when the carvers arrive, and we just do a walkthrough to double check to make sure this is in fact where we want the giant ice sculptures. Wednesday, bulk of Wednesday, they're creating the double wide ice slide, which that's another unique thing to our ice festival is that not many other festivals have a 40-foot double wide ice slide.
Yes.
I mean, it's like the only double wide ice slide that I know, and I've been involved in IceFest for a few years now. And then Wednesday and Thursday morning, they'll be building what we like to call as ice walls. Those are the walls that they will carve live on Thursday and Friday night. At some point on Thursday afternoon, we have great volunteers, and including us, helping guide folks to place the single block ice sculptures so that they're ready to go by 5 o'clock. And then we kick it off with a ribbon cutting with our presenting sponsor, M&T Bank.
Yeah, big thanks to M&T Bank for this. This is no small task. It takes a whole lot of volunteers, a whole lot of staff members, and just...
It's a village.
It is. The community really comes together.
It's a city, Brittany.
It is. It's true. So what, other than ice, which is lining up and down the street, what is going on in the general vicinity throughout IceFest? Now, which we know starts on what?
Thursday.
Well, Thursday. So this coming Thursday, it starts, and then it wraps up on Sunday, correct?
Yep.
So what else is going on?
So during the event, there are a couple key, highlighted IceFest focused events. Most of them happen Saturday, but Friday night is the Snowfall Ball, which happens at the Central Presbyterian Church. There's a ticket charge to that, but it's a lot of fun. And then there's dance lessons from Frank
Hancock.
Yeah.
Hancock Dance. He's been with us for years.
I don't think we should get ahead of ourselves here. Tell me about the Snowfall Ball.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's at this event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you bringing your dancing shoes down?
Well, I need to find out what's going on first, okay?
Well, and here, if you don't know how to dance, he'll be there. Frank Hancock will be there with Hancock Dance, and they do, they teach a few dances while they're there, ballroom dances. But that'll be happening at the Central Presbyterian Church on Friday night.
Okay.
So that's happening then. We already mentioned the ice slide. That is something that is ongoing during all of our hours of the festival.
The kids love it, Tiny.
Oh, yeah. Not
even just the kids.
I said kids of heart, too.
That's right.
And then Saturday is the big day. So there's food truck festival happening all along Main Street. There's food trucks the entire time around the square. But then on Saturday, they take up the most of Main Street.
I think we're bringing at least 10 more to join what we have.
I think so for the food truck festival on Saturday. Yeah. And then we have Sam's Child, the chili queue and barbecue cook-off and all of that. Which
Beer garden as well.
What, barbecue?
No barbecue this year.
Oh, okay.
There was last year because of the amount of folks that have said, hey, we want to compete. We wanted to bring it back to its roots. So we call it Chili Q. Maybe in the future we'll bring back the pulled pork, but it's a chili competition.
I remember this well. Oh, I love the chili cook-off.
It's a good one.
And the wing eating and the pepper eating.
Yes. So within Chili Q, we have our beer garden, which that will be, the beer garden's 12 to 4 and Chili Q's 12 to 3. But within that, we have a wing-off competition.
Okay.
And we have a pepper eating competition. And both of them are kind of a mix between a progression competition, progressing between quantity and heat, and also time.
Okay. Now, when it comes to the chili cook-off, do you need judges?
Do I need judges? Let me re-look at that later today after our conversation.
I'm putting it out there. I don't have anything to do. My wife doesn't know it yet, but she has plans that day. So I am at your service should you need it. So.
Well, I have another one for you then. So on the other end, not to take the thunder away
from Chili Q. She might need a judge there. You might
like on the other end of Main Street. So he's going to be on North Main with the Chili Q. And then on South Main, actually in a new location at the church that's around the corner.
First Lutheran, right?
Yes, the First Lutheran Church on Washington Avenue. We're going to be doing icing on the cake, which is a cake baking and decorating competition.
Sam, I love you, buddy, but and it has been great working with you. But do continue, Brittany.
So at last count, I think we have almost 25 competitors ranging in skill from being children to professionals.
Incredible.
And we have categories from cookie decorating all the way up to like wedding cakes.
That's great.
Type of thing. We have a celebrity guest coming in she's a local-ish Food Network champion. Her name is Corinda Baum. Okay. And she joined us last year and was graciously and excited to come back and join us again as a celebrity guest judge. And then in the middle of the day, all of our judges for the competition will compete in a quick fire challenge where they have 30 minutes given very basic cake supplies to create a cake based on the theme. And this year it's medieval times. Wow. So we have lots of castles and dragons and things like that people have said that they're going to be bringing.
That's great.
Now, all throughout Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of course, downtown shopping, downtown eating. We want you all to do that. I mean, we have great boutiques. We have great eateries. We have a couple great places. If you're just looking for a beverage to start your day or end your day, we have that.
And many of them are doing specials or things
themed
specifically
things,
for IceFest.
Right. Yeah. I think too what we need to remember is, and I know you do remember this, but we're clamoring for something to do.
Oh yeah.
So we're a month removed from Christmas, just over a month removed from Christmas and New Year's. Sure. So that's in the rearview mirror. It's a brand new year, 2025. A, start the year with something amazing, but B, we just came off of record-breaking cold snap. Luckily this coming weekend with IceFest, the weather looks like it's going to be conducive as opposed to last year.
It should be almost perfect.
Exactly.
In reality. Because it's not so cold that it's unbearable to be walking around downtown. Right. But it's cold enough to keep the ice.
Right. And it is... as much as we can complain about the cold, and Lord knows I do, but it is one of those events that you want that to be part of the atmosphere. I don't want to look at ice while it's sunny and 75.
Exactly.
We had that last year, and it turned into abstract art, Tiny. But it's true. Before we wrap up, kind of that IceFest organized events, I just do want to highlight a couple of our community stakeholders that Brittany and I interact with a lot of regularity and frequency. The Franklin County Visitors Bureau, they not only have the start of their many month-long series of events called Open Mic, Acapella Unplugged. It's an open mic thing that starts on Saturday.
Yep.
Also within their building, the Franklin County Art Alliance is having a display of art but Franklin County Visitors Bureau...
And I think the Quilters Guild is there as well.
The Quilters Guild. Franklin County Visitors Bureau, they're also taking the lead with organizing with Benchfield Farms a 3-evening, 1-day carriage rides. Oh, wow. Through downtown, launching off from the Grant Street Loft.
And that's happening during
IceFest, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we also have Escape Brain Drains.
Brain Drain Escapes.
Yes, there we go.
Speaking of brain drain,
yes, it's an escape room that's gonna be there as well. We also have a glass blower coming.
And those the Brain Drain, they have ticketing times available for all day Friday from 10 to 8, and then all day Saturday from 10 to 8. There's different time slots. So pre-registering is really highly encouraged. But they joined us last year for the first time. It was a huge hit. They were excited to come
the
back.
The escape room is very popular.
It is. And this one is locally owned, veteran-owned. They built it themselves, and they kind of traveled the local area doing it. It's like a Victorian train that you have to escape. There's a mad scientist who built it, and you have to escape within an hour kind of thing.
And to add to that, Come On Valley School of Music, they're having many different activities inside Central Presbyterian Church on Saturday.
You can drop into classes and sample what it would be like to take classes with them and that sort of thing.
If your children wants to have their stuffy stay over at the library, Coil Free Library is having that as well.
Okay. What I find that with a lot of these events, not knowing they're happening. So it's all about education, but just in the general sense. So I can't think of anybody who might not know IceFest is going on. But, speaking of the Franklin County Visitors Bureau, their website is just replete with so many events that you would never even know. And I would say 90 to 95% of them are absolutely free.
Yeah.
And so if you want something to do, it's there. IceFest is also on there.
Same could be said about the IceFest events. Most of them are free. There are a few that are ticketed, but it's a great family event because of that.
It is. And I love that you guys went over some of the, I don't want to say lesser known things, but perhaps less visual. They're not, the ice is right there, tangible in your face. These are events that are more hidden, for lack of a better way of saying it, right? That you may not know this exists here.
Can we talk about a new one that we're adding this year?
Yes.
You would insist.
Well, I'm going to ask Brittany to pronounce it because I'm still learning how to pronounce it.
Okay.
But this fun activity that I'm teeing up for Brittany to knock out of the park is going to be in Chambersburg Park Saturday night at 7 p.m. Brittany, what is it?
So we're bringing Spice Up the Ice with Pyrophoric Dance Troupe. They're a fire dancing troupe. So every year, our main IceFest sculpture that kind of is the big kickoff sculpture for the event. It's got a bit of a fire and ice sort of theme to it. There's flames at the bottom, ice at the top, and so we figured it's perfect to bring this in. So they're actually local to, I think Cascade, Maryland is where they're from, so they're not terribly far away. And they've performed all over the world. So we're so excited to get them to come and join us this year.
Sounds great.
The last official IceFest organized related event happens on Sunday. Before I talk a little further, I do want to remind everybody, we will have food trucks also on Sunday as well. But what I'm trying to share is that we have Run Your Ice Off 5K. Not only that's a great name.
Sure. I'm a sucker for a good name, Sam.
That's a good name, Ty.
I love it.
It's a 5K that's been going on for many years, and we're grateful to our partners, Leadership Franklin County and the Greater Chambersburg Chamber Foundation for leading that and partnering with us over the years. They have close to 400 runners.
Wow.
And they anticipate definitely breaking 400, if not getting close to 500 runners on that Sunday. And you went over the weather forecast. Sunday, from a running standpoint, is the best day out of all of that.
Mid-40s, sun, it should
Couldn't ask for better.
Exactly.
Couldn't ask for better.
Yeah.
And you can register day of for that. Just like you can register day of for snowfall ball or for icing on the cake or chili Q. I guess bringing back to snowfall ball, what is different from icing on the cake or chili Q is snowfall ball, it's cash only.
Ours is cash only too.
Icing's cash only as well, so I apologize there. But still, it's a great weekend of events all over the place, focusing on Chambersburg, curing those winter blues, getting out, being a part. I mean,
and bringing awareness to the businesses that are in the area, because that's one of the main reasons why our businesses participate in partnering with this event, because it's advertising.
It's a massive spotlight.
Exactly.
It's advertising, it's sales. Our three organizations are stocking the pond of people, and hopefully our businesses reap the benefit during the dead winter months. And just lastly, this event not only is a great, extremely large community event for the 4-state area, it's also a fundraiser for our three organizations. And we're just grateful to the presenting sponsor, M&T Bank, as well as all of our supporting and ICE sponsors that we have to help make the entire weekend great and also help us raise some money for all three of our organizations to fulfill our missions.
We didn't even talk about the scavenger hunt.
We didn't. We forgot because there's so much.
There is so much.
And so this year it's not abstract art you're looking at for us.
No, it'll be an Ice Fest to remember. They all are. So much going on that you may not have even known was happening. Let's make sure we get all the high points here, the very important stuff, okay? So, and I'm going to let you guys go because you have about 3 days until it is go time. Actually, it's go time tomorrow.
Go time now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So the main days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct.
Okay, something to do every single day.
Absolutely.
And something to do pretty much every single evening. The website, icefestpa.org. .com, sorry. icefestpa.com. Yes. The maps are there.
Yep.
All the information's there. And the maps are great. Whoever comes up with the maps for all of the downtown Chambersburg and downtown Business Council events, they do an amazing job.
Thank you. And with regards to IceFest and the map and figuring that all out, I just want to give a big shout out to Penny Shaw. She's been a co-chair or chair with IceFest for 15, 16 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so
over a decade. And she is actually the one that puts most of those.
Well, Penny does an amazing job for sure.
Yeah, she does, and we're very active on social media. Facebook and Instagram are two great places to find if that's the platform you use. But the website, that's where you can find all the details.
And that website would have links to anywhere that you can purchase electronic tickets.
Correct.
But then anything that's not there would be a cash only. And it sounds like there's only pretty much 2 cash only.
There are 2 cash onlys. I will have a credit card machine at Chili Q.
Okay, very good.
And icing on the cake, it's literally only $1 to get in. So cash.
And then the individual food trucks, however they do it, they'll...
Most have card of some sort nowadays, but yeah. There's multiple ATM machines in downtown.
There are, and Brittany and I know exactly how to get to them, so we can point you in the right direction. Parking.
We'll have Penny put them on the map.
I think at least one.
I bet you they are
there.
Penny's very
possible.
Because M&T Bank is the one main one that's on Main Street and being our presenting
sponsor. There
you
go. Yeah.
Parking, www.downtownchambersburgpa.com/parking.
There's also a link on IceFest.
There we go.
Website.
Yeah, I love it. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Sam, Brittany, we really appreciate you. Let's Talk Tri-State loves having you guys as guests. You're both repeats. Yeah, we'd like to have you back. Let's do a recap of IceFest coming up after this coming weekend. Hope you'll join everyone. IceFestPA.com is an amazing event. You do not want to miss it. We'll be back with more at Let's Talk Tri-State, all powered by Legends Bar in Chambersburg. Satisfy your sports fix with Legends, game day specials, and cold brews. Hollywell Avenue in Chambersburg.
Let's talk Tri-State.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.
I'm Nick Seco from Home Right Windows and Doors, and we're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we do vinyl replacement windows. We do steel and fiberglass entry doors. We do aluminum storm doors, and we do sliding patio doors, all made by Provia. The windows are a vinyl replacement window, and it could be anything from double hungs to casements to bay and bow windows and everything in between. So when somebody calls in the office and needs an estimate, they get Roxanne on the phone typically, and she would schedule an appointment for me to come out and take some measurements, provide some literature, go through what options we have, and then I would follow up within about 24 to 48 hours with an estimate with all the details of the products as well as the installed price. I find that we're typically much more affordable than the companies that you see advertising on TV or in a lot of other places. If they're spending a lot of advertising dollars, obviously they're passing those costs on to their consumers. You could go to our website at homerightwaynesboro.com, or you could call us at 717-749-4874.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Let's talk Tri-State.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tri-State, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors, the right choice winner in the 2024 Best of the Tri-State. From the Community Free Clinic, with us again, we have Jeremy Cantner. And Jeremy, first of all, thanks for coming in again and talking with us a little bit. But first, if anyone is tuning in for the first time, let's go over first, what is the Community Free Clinic for someone who's not familiar?
Sure. The Community Free Clinic is an organization that provides medical and behavioral health care to the uninsured population inside of Washington County.
Okay. And how does somebody, how can they determine if they're eligible for those types of services?
So essentially, the only thing that you need is to not have insurance and to live inside Washington County. And those are the only two criteria currently to become a patient of the clinic.
And then if somebody came in and you were able to help them, then you would essentially assess them and what they would need, what that individual would need, and then kind of develop a plan from there, or how does it work?
Absolutely. So they'll come in, get all their first appointments, baseline numbers. The medical team would then make the determinations if they need specialty treatment, such as behavioral health, cardiology, rheumatology, anything like that, and then we'd make either the appropriate referrals or set them up with our other our local physicians that come in and provide some of those services.
Okay. And how are you guys funded?
We are funded through grants, and fundraising is about 90% of where our funds come from.
Well, that's going to lead us perfectly into what we really want to focus on today, and that's the Masquerade Gala that's coming up on February 8th. Walk us through what exactly that's a big event. This is going to be a big night.
Right.
What can people expect?
Well, we're really excited about the event. First off, we get to celebrate our 35th year of operations in Washington County, and then we really tried to create a fun, energetic night for people to kind of come in, get to spend time with staff members, our board of directors, some of our patients, past volunteers, past people, and all to raise money for really needed service in our community. So we're really looking forward to it. We've got what I've been told is a step and repeat, which I think is a kind of like the red carpet at the Emmys or the Oscars. We get all these big pictures, but they'll be coming in. We'll have a jazz ensemble on the first floor. We have an artist on the second floor that's going to be creating art during the event, so
cool.
People can come and watch. We have casino floor on the third floor. On the top floor, we have the Lana Spence Band. She'll be there performing raffles, silent auctions. We have a really good spin on a 50-50. It's really going to be a fun night with a lot of energy, and we hope that we can raise some more money for the Community Free Clinic.
And let's go through, I know you've touched upon some of these, but the who, what, where, when, how, why, how, all of that. So February 8th, and where's the location?
It's at the Maryland Theater. So we have all 4 floors of the theater will be ours for the night. And we're doing something different on every floor.
Really, really cool. What's the price to attend?
It's $135 a ticket. There'll be heavy hors d'oeuvres and desserts to go along with the entertainment going on throughout the building with the raffles and everything, as I said.
Do you get any kind of like raffle ticket with your ticket, or is that additional purchase when you're there?
All additional purchase once you're there.
Is there any alcohol, adult beverages that are offered?
Yep, there is a complimentary champagne drink when you get there, and then there's a cash bar on every floor.
Now, when I think of gala, I think fancy. Is this a fancy event where you could really like bust out a ball gown and get really dressed up?
Absolutely, and my guess is we'll have a variation of people dressed up, but we want people to be able to dress up in their gowns or their fancy dresses and suits or tuxedos and really kind of come in and enjoy a night. The masquerade masks will just add another little piece of spice to it.
Where does somebody get a masquerade mask if they don't have one?
That was a great question. I had to ask myself the same thing. But every place sells them. Strangely enough, Amazon, Walmart, you can pretty much hop on and get a mask anywhere. And we'll also have some masks available in case people didn't, that they'll be able to take there and be able to fit right in with the theme.
Tell us about what you're wearing.
I am wearing a tuxedo.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily a dress-up guy or a big talker. However, in this event, I felt like I needed to set the tone.
Kind of go out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, so fortunately, my wife went, she got her dress, and that got me thinking. So I'll be in a tuxedo that night, and hopefully looking forward to a great night.
I think this sounds great. There's not a lot of opportunities, I feel like, where you can really bring out when I think of gala, I think of like my bridesmaids dresses. Now listen, I've been a bridesmaid 10 times, so I have quite the collection of these very fancy dresses that I never can wear again. So that's what I think of, getting out something really fancy, putting on the high heels and getting your hair and makeup done and having a great night, and all of it going to such a wonderful cause. Do you have a goal that you guys have set that you're hoping to raise with this event?
Well, we're hoping that, we could be somewhere between $75,000 and $100,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Again, that's me. I'm always trying to do more.
Yeah.
When we get to that number, I'm really hopeful. We have some great sponsors who have come through and really helped push those numbers. And now we're just down to ticket sales and how people like what we do.
How are the ticket sales going?
Oh, they're moving along pretty well.
Sure.
You know, there are a lot of tickets out, and you know, I think this morning we have like 400 letters going out. We just sent some emails out to people reminding them to get their tickets last week. So really looking forward to hopefully a big night.
Yeah. Where can someone get their tickets if they wanted to attend?
Sure. So they could go to our website, mycommunityfreeclinic.org. Under events, there's a tab that'll take you right into the gala. You can call the Community Free Clinic at 301-733-9234 and talk to the receptionist. She can have you pay by phone with credit card. We can have your ticket held at will call, or we can mail it to you.
Okay.
Or you can just stop at the Community Free Clinic between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and the ladies at the front desk will take care of you and walk out with your ticket.
Now, before we wrap up here, Jeremy, I want to make sure that we go through again all the different floors, because I want to really make sure we hone in on that so everybody knows how much there is being offered at this event. Maryland Theater, February 8th. The time again was
5:30 to 9.
5:30 to 9, and one more time, walk me through the floors.
Sure. So the first floor will have that step and repeat kind of red carpet feel for pictures. We'll have a professional photographer there. I'm taking pictures. We'll also have a jazz ensemble from the Barbara Ingram School for the Arts there on the first floor. There's a full service bar. We'll have complimentary champagne for you in the first floor. The second floor has a artist that will be there doing something in charcoal or paint.
Can you buy that art?
That I can't tell you. I know the answer to.
That would be cool.
Really cool if.
Yeah. I went to.
You just gave me a great idea that I can push when I get back to the office.
And you could put that in the raffle too. That could be something that I went to a wedding one time where they had an artist at the wedding that was doing a painting as the whole wedding was going on. And it's one of the most beautiful paintings I've ever seen. And I thought I would love to buy it, but it's not my wedding and that would be awkward. But those things are really cool. So that could be something that maybe we can work on.
Absolutely.
For the event.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And so we have the artist on the second floor.
Right, and there's still a full bar there. Up on the third floor, we have the casino floor. So we'll have some slot machines, some table games. We'll also have our raffle items on that floor. There's a bar there.
Lots of bars.
Lots of bars. And then on the fourth floor, we'll have the Lana Spence Band. We'll have the silent auction items there. And then again, you'll have food and desserts throughout the venue.
Awesome. And it's all going to benefit the Community Free Clinic. It's a great event. And then we'll have you back because I know you guys have your mud volleyball. That's your largest fundraiser coming up soon.
Yeah.
So we'll have you come back and we can touch upon that a little bit more.
Absolutely. And it's going to be great. That's our 25th. So this is another anniversary event for us and one that we're really proud of. And we really are happy with the turnout and all the community support at the mud volleyball tournament.
2025 is a big year for you guys.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. Well, Jeremy, thanks for coming in and sharing that information, and we'll see you on the 8th, and good luck with the event.
All right, thanks so much.
Of course. We'll be right back with Let's Talk TriState.
Let's talk TriState.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk TriState, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.